Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Habs Tonight pregame show. The Montreal Canadiens are visiting the St. Louis Blues. JD and Drew coming at you. Here we go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the pregame show, the Habs Tonight pregame show. That is, JD, we got the St. Louis Blues. The Habs are visiting. Few storylines we're going to focus on. But before we do, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, we've been bugging you guys about subscribers for the last several weeks, I think. We are literally one subscriber away from 13,000. So do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button before we move further. We really appreciate the support. We know we ask you guys a lot for this stuff, but the support means everything to us. And we want to send out a thank you graphic on our social media to you guys for doing that as well. So be sure to hit that. Hit the like button, guys. Everything you can to support the show is appreciated. So let's get right into it, JD. We got a few storylines. The main one here we're going to focus on to start with, Tyler Toffoli hand surgery. He's out for 8 weeks.
Yeah, he's been struggling this season. I mean, I see that he's been struggling, but he was still the team's top points getter by the time he got taken out of the lineup, really. But he's been playing injured, obviously, for quite some time. And just like Jeff Petrie, actually. So the fact that he's out now and that he got his hand surgery done. We just found out that he'll be out 8 weeks. That's going to hurt the Canadiens, obviously. They can't get much worse than what they've been doing anyway. I mean, since the change, they've lost 5 games in a row. But it's not good news for the Canadiens, that's for sure. The list just keeps getting longer and longer for longer and longer as well.
I mean, what more can you ask for? It's Murphy's Law right now, right? And it depends on how you look at it. It's either good or bad news. And something I want to mention before we even move forward is that I was really looking forward to tonight, JD. I'm not even going to be able to watch the Canadiens game because I'll be at the OHL Ice Dogs game here in town, and they'll be playing the Kingston Frontenacs, team of, as we know, number 1 projected overall pick, Shane Wright. But he's not going to be there, JD. He's at development camp for Team Canada for the World Juniors. God darn it, I was looking so forward to seeing Montreal Canadiens first-round pick Shane Wright tonight.
Hanging out with Caden Gooley and Mr. Roy as well, right? So Joshua Roy, is it?
Yes, Joshua Roy.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're getting to know each other.
Yes, they are. And honestly, I was looking forward to seeing Shane Wright. I was even gonna, I had this whole thing pictured in my head. I was going to interview him and ask him, what he thought about becoming the Canadiens, first overall pick this year. But anyway, we'll maybe get that opportunity to ask him once he actually becomes a Hab. Hopefully, we're not going to go too far ahead. We're just having a little fun here. Okay, so another lineup change tonight is Jake Evans. Jake Evans is out of the lineup. Yoel Armia jumps up to the second line, JD.
Well, good thing that Armia is back because, it makes losing Evans a little less painful, if you can say. So Yoel has missed the last few games. Now he's back in the lineup. He's going to be playing on the second line with Ryan Poehling and Jonathan Drouin. So we're looking forward to that. I mean, a guy like Armia, we spoke about it on the show before. He's the type of guy who needs some responsibilities in order to shine. We've seen him in the playoffs do that last year. And hopefully tonight he's not too rusty and can provide some good forecheck and perhaps a goal or two.
That line has my interest peaked, right? I mean, with Poehling and Drouin, right? I mean, that just sounds like fun. I mean, I think at this point we're just like whatever lines we can get, we'll take them and see what comes out of them, right?
Oh, absolutely. And the thing is, Poehling, since being called up, has been playing some very, very good hockey. I mean, we've heard about him being somewhat disinterested without the puck. And we haven't seen that since he's been in Montreal. He's working hard. You can see that he's working hard even without the puck for his defensive coverage or trying to retrieve it and puck retrieval and so on. He's had some pretty good scoring chances, even the last couple of games. And if he could, we saw the one that he missed the net just to hit the outside of the net the last game, right? He had an open cage in front of him. It's going to go in for him. I mean, he's a good young prospect who's finally, after some time in the AHL, seems to have understood what he needs to do in order to stay in the NHL and have some success. And a little bit, it's unfortunate and a little bit for Jesperi Kotkaniemi that he hasn't stuck around, because he'd be on the second line right now, right? So too bad for him that way. I mean, he's playing left wing on the fourth line, but he could have been second line center in Montreal. So.
Yeah, well, that was the projected place for him, right? And what we're going to do, JD, I'm just going to bring up the lineup here. I'm just going to go right ahead and show us, the latest from Chantal Maccabi, just to give you guys, a quick picture. All of us can take a quick look at the lineup. No surprises on the first line. Nick Suzuki at center, Mike Hoffman, Lecky on the first line on the right side there, and then of course we just mentioned this line, JD, which we're kind of looking forward to seeing. Drew and Paling Armia. What are your thoughts, though, on Pezzetta, Perreault, Caulfield, and even what looks to be really a full-on Laval Rocket fourth line with Paquette, Dauphin, and Ylonen?
It's good. It's going to be interesting anyway to see what Pezzetta can do on a third line. I mean, the guy can skate. The guy can shoot the puck. He's not a bad hockey player. He can keep up at the NHL level. I thought at camp he should have made the team. He was one of the good forwards from training camp. He went down to the AHL and had a very good start of the season before coming up to Montreal, but then he suffered the I don't know, the lack of development of whatever from the coaching staff, where, he's played only 6, 7, 8 minutes a game or sometimes more. But some games, like last game, I mean, he had 4 minutes after 2 periods. You can't have a 23-year-old sitting on and riding the pine like that. To me, it's not good for the players' development, not good for their confidence. So having a chance to play on the third line, he should be able to get about 13, 14 minutes of ice time, and playing with Perreault, who's a good two-way center or two-way player, and then an offensive juggernaut like Caulfield. I think that it could work. It's something that could have a few sparks here and there. I also like the fact that Pezzetta, if someone takes liberties against Caulfield, Pezzetta will be there as well.
Yeah, and I'm picturing Pezzetta just winning those puck battles, hopefully in the corner, letting Perreault get in on the offense to dish it to Caulfield for some opportunities. That's kind of what I'm picturing in that sense. One thing I should mention, though, too, the defense pairings, no surprises: Sherratt, Savard, Romy, Weidman, Kulak, and Clegg. And then also I want to mention that Jake Allen versus Charlie Lindgren tonight, which I thought, is a fun matchup for old St. Louis Blue Jake Allen. And old Montreal Canadiens
and former Canadians, yeah.
Yes.
So the two goalies are playing against their former team for the first time. So it should make for an interesting matchup for Lindgren. I mean, it's a very winnable game when you think of it too. Montreal. I mean, you and I spoke about it before the show, where it seems more like a preseason lineup when you look at it, right? You have a few NHLers, a few AHLers, a few guys that they try in different positions. So for St. Louis, who's a pretty good team, let's face it, and playing in St. Louis where the Blues have the last change, it will be a challenge. Jake Allen has been playing lights out for the last few weeks, actually, I would say. And so hopefully he can keep the team in the game again. And you never know. Any team can beat any team in the NHL on any given night. So keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah, we'll have to cross them extra hard. No, you know what, though? The truth is, you just want to see the team do well. You want to see wins despite wanting to have a chance at the first overall pick in the draft and stuff like that. I mean, that's where we're at. I think we all know that at this point. It's pretty consensus that it's a draft year. But there's going to be a roundtable, guys. I believe tomorrow. We haven't got the full lineup, but I believe Brandon Legacy is going to help host that tomorrow or Monday. I think it's going to be tomorrow. So our weekly episodes have been doing great. So check out the latest episode with Dale if you haven't already. So much great great clips were just released this week from Dale's show with Anik. And again, guys, smash that like button. Help us hit 13,000 subscribers. If you have clicked subscribe before we continue on, thank you. And with that, you know what I mean? I'm just going to put this up. This is our thank you graphic to say thank you to the subscribers. We're just going to have a assumptive close here, as a salesman would say, and say thank you for 13,000 subscribers, guys. It's been an awesome journey. We've got new teammates here, JD, Marco, Adrian. We've got Damon going to be coming on for post game tonight. So this is a great privilege to do this show. We just always want to make sure to thank the viewers, because it's them that make this show happen, JD.
Absolutely. And Shane and I tomorrow night will be on Autour de la Ligue in French as well. If you want to learn French, or if you speak French, I'd like to watch that with Shane and I tomorrow night.
That's absolutely correct. So be sure to check it out, guys. Tonight, post game, we'll be live right after the Habs Blues game tonight. Hopefully, it's an entertaining one. That's all you can hope for in a hockey game. And I'll be watching some live hockey myself, missing Shane Wright in action. Gall darn it, like I said. But that's okay. That's all right. We'll enjoy what we can get. So thanks so much for watching, folks. Thank you, JD, for jumping on. And we'll see you guys post game tonight.